And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 648. Today is Wednesday, January 27, 2021. And I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay. And we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
And today is one of those 10-ish days. Top stories of the day. GameStop, GME stock price continues to rise. WallStreetBets sends open letter to CNBC. Bitcoin held by public companies has surged 400% in 12 months to 3.6 billion. Bitcoin billionaire set to run for California governor. U.S. man sentenced to prison for embezzling $20 million of ICO investor funds. Bernie Sanders mitten memes immortalized in new NFT collection. And last but not least, Pomp launches crypto jobs board with Gemini, Coinbase, and BlockFi. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and take a look at these prices.
Oh, yeah. So it's blood in the streets, people. It's bloody everywhere. Everybody that woke up this morning opened up a red portfolio. Bitcoin at $29,851 is down 5.3%. Ethereum at $1,235 is down 3.2%. Stellar at 23 cents is down 6.7%. Ripple at 24 cents is down 5%. Chainlink at $20.85 is down 6.2%. Litecoin at $122 is down 7%. And the hits keep on coming. EOS at 251 is down 3% as well. So a very bloody day. And you know what that means? That means people like me, like myself and others, we are very excited. We can get at some cheaper prices. You don't have to buy it at 42. So this is a great day to buy some cheap Bitcoin, cheap cryptocurrency, whatever you're doing. And I think that most people who started in the market like 3 weeks ago, if they are scared, if they're jumping out of the market at this point, good. I hope they do. So when the price goes ballistic by the end of this year, we'll have a whole new set of holders who buy the top. So it's good either way. Whether it's going down, whether it's going up, it's always good in the Bitcoin market.
Yeah. And it's one of those things. It could go either way, right? It could go all the way down to 20K, like the Guggenheim partner predicted. But it could also pump fake people. I mean, again, we're still normal cryptocurrency land, going down 5%, going up 10%, going down 15%. We're seeing it. One thing I would like to ask you about is, what are your thoughts on Chainlink? We've been getting a lot of questions about Chainlink, and I see their price is still standing strong, even when there actually is blood in the water. Any thoughts on them?
Oh, yeah. Well, Chainlink is a great project from what they described. A lot of the things they're trying to do is with data. Data is probably the only thing more valuable than Bitcoin right now. So they do have a market, they have a use case, and they have a community, the Link Marines, that are very adamant. They're less than Ripple, but they're more organized than some of the other coins. So I like Chainlink as a project, but again, you got to remember, all of these projects are speculative trades, and I think at $20, if it goes to, I've seen people say Chainlink can go to 1,000. That is possible, but on what time scale, and are you going to actually hold it until then? So I like Chainlink, but nothing really pushes me very bullish except for Bitcoin, just because of the geopolitical stuff around it. Everything else is still speculative.
There we go. All right, what's going on? Justin Brunt, 2011, Crypto Q, Sierra Van Axel, Lisa Lee, D Link, Tariq Abu Samad. I think I said that right. Salute to you. Tiffany from New York, PFC Wells, Marcellus Love, Dylan Darchenville. There we go. Everybody up in here. Make sure you smash that like and share. And one correction I want to make, I may have misspoke this or said it wrong. So I just want to make sure catch it. A YouTube commenter, one of our warriors helped us when we were talking about Grayscale the other day, or excuse me, Rothschild, the investment to Grayscale. Just want to make it clear that they do not own 24% of Grayscale, but they increase their position by 24%. So may have misspoke on that one, but I just want to make sure that's clear. But regardless of whether, as the commenter said, hey, if they only have a couple $1 million in it and they've only increased their position, or if they actually own 24%, someone was asking, they're confused of why this even matters. It matters because not only is that an institutional investor, but that's like the triple OGs of institutional investors. So even though they might only do 1 million, we only need them to do 100,000. We just need their I don't want to say need, but for the institution, for Wall Street, they just want that cosign so people can see that they're involved, so that JP Morgan, everybody else can say, okay, if they can do it, then it's fair for us to get involved too. We're all on the same team. So for us, that's why that matters. And that does actually it has things, you know, it does actually go into the price trend as well when you get different institutions jumping in. So wanted to clear that up. But top story of the day, GME stock price continues to rise. Wall Street bets sends open letter to CNBC. What?
Yeah, let's go. Let's
Real
go,
internet
baby.
gangsters out here going on. What's happening? What's happening? Like, of course, everybody's been, you know, following this GME GameStop story. If you remember, actually, last year, everyone said GameStop was dead early last year. And the year before, GameStop was supposed to go out of business, bankruptcy, he was supposed to die. I remember going in there to get a headset at one point during the 2020 pandemic. And the people working there was like, hey, we ain't going nowhere. When this PS5 drop, it's on and popping. PS5 drop, the Xbox drop, it was on and popping. But to further add fuel to the fire, it looks like we have some of the crypto folks jumping over. What's happening with this story here?
Oh, yeah. So if it's on Reddit, you already know you got some crypto people in there. But this Reddit group, WallStreetBets, if you know, they have helped push GameStop's price basically past the moon. It shouldn't even be this high, but they continue to reach, as they say here, new and unwarranted heights as they wage their war against hedge funds. And I want to read this letter that they sent because when I was on CNBC a couple weeks ago, some people told me that I was too harsh. And I was like, I was being nice because this is the letter that I really wanted to put out, or the type of message most crypto people talk about. So let's go through it. I've never seen anything like what's happening with GME before, and I don't think we'll ever see anything like this. This is a big moment, a tug of war between tradition and the future. Hedge fund managers live in the past and continue to look down upon the retail investors. They truly believe that we, the average retail investors, don't know anything about finances or the market, and we're just gambling our money away. We don't know any better. We need hedge fund managers to tell us what to do. Save us. You can't tell me this is not crypto. You can't tell me this is not crypto people talking right now. Like,
you know, they watch our show too. They watched our show before they wrote. They were watching that show as they wrote this. They was like, we got to channel King and Bitcoin Zay.
Exactly. I mean, it's perfectly aligned with what we're doing. And let's move down a little bit forward.
Yeah, keep reading this. This is amazing.
Yeah,
keep go through it.
Yeah. This is the world they want to live in. This was the past. Remember that scene from The Sopranos where Tony's wife calls to buy 5,000 shares of Webonics after she was manipulated emotionally to do so? Institutions and hedge funds want us to be stuck in that world. They're scared of the future. They're scared because so much information is available for free now. There's no more fees for trading. We have large communities that discuss stocks and trading openly. We can think and make decisions for ourselves, which scares the fuck out of old school institutions and hedge funds. Fuck them all. This affects every single one of you, whether or not you are holding GME, TLDR, fuck hedge funds. This is a cross point into the future. So if you replace hedge funds with banks and you replace GameStop with crypto, we're doing the same thing. And I guarantee a lot of these Wall Street bets bros, when they cash out with GME, I bet you that money is rolling right over into crypto, because the only reason I think crypto is really down is being manipulated. FUD, media, the big players are trying to jump in February, so they need low prices. This is just a catalyst. I love it, man. I love the fact that they openly wrote this to CNBC. We get it, man. CNBC, you need to have a show. You need to have it exciting. But you don't know what you're talking about half the time. Whenever a real financial person looks at it, it's like, it's not going up or it's not going down. It's just all over the place. It's going to zero. It's going to a million. That's how you keep people excited. But we see you. I just want CNBC and other mainstream people to know we see you. That's it.
No, and quickly piggyback on that. I mean, it's unfortunate, but you got to remember, mainstream media is owned by the same people who work with the regulators and the government. They're all on the same squad. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't surprise me. The mainstream media don't know what they're talking about, just like our government don't know what they're talking about when it comes to crypto. And I remember when I saw this the past 24, 48 hours as it was going down with GameStop, I've been tracking it because low key, there was somebody on Facebook who trades stocks and options and stuff who threw out the GameStop signal last year. I actually jumped on that post. He basically said something like, you guys think GameStop was going to bankrupt or was going to go up? I rarely jump on regular stocks posts. I jumped on the post. I was like, yo, PS5 and the Xbox ain't out. It's going up. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But he was saying it in the sense like, no, I think it's going to be parabolic. I remember him calling it to his group last year. So I will give this guy his legitimacy as a trader. And I mean, if you would have got in last year when this guy called it to right now, I mean, you are done working for the most part. But I'm again, like you said, I'm glad to see this too, because it takes something so aggressive, so out there, just so like, yo, you're going to pay attention to me. And this was that event where it's like, no. This isn't Bitcoin and crypto anymore. We now have the funds. We now have the resources to go to traditional markets and traditional stocks and do the same thing. Because what you saw there, anytime a traditional stock on Wall Street, I would say goes above 20%, crypto people.
Yeah.
That was never a thing. You got to remember,
that does not happen in the stock market.
That's never happened. Those are unicorn companies. When you go over 20-30% in 1 year, people, that is like, this is the basis of all companies should be based after, right? That is how Wall Street looks at it. You got to remember in 2017, they were already freaking out when Long Island blockchain came about. Long Island IC switched to a blockchain company. Kodak switched to a mining company or tried to. You saw what happened to the stock then. We started coining that the blockchain stimulus package. Like literally, you can say we're part of blockchain. Stock goes up 40% overnight on the regular market. They didn't know what to do then. Now you got people actively not only manipulating it, but coming out to CNBC like, we are. Do something.
How's it feel? Yeah,
can't do nothing.
Don't feel good when the rabbit has the gun, does it?
Hey,
and now I've heard today TD Ameritrade is down. I heard they may halt Robinhood. All that free trade they told you about.
They're trying to turn it off.
They're trying to turn all that free trade they tell you about. Bullshit. And we smoking on Melvin Capital Pack today, baby. Oh yeah, we smoking Melvin Capital Pack. Get this hedge fund out of here. I want to see more hedge.
Hey, we got the Melvin Capital Pack coming in hot today, baby.
Yeah. First they got slapped. First they got slapped one way, and they had to get a $1.7 billion bailout from Steve Cohen and somebody else. They gave them the money, and then they used that to hedge the bet, but then they couldn't cover the rest of it. So then they had to liquidate. They had to liquidate some of their holdings from another company. I can't remember which one, but they had to liquidate their holdings from another company to cover that. Hey, we smoking on Melvin Pack out here today. I love it, man. Get them out of here. And imagine this, but for Federal Reserve, central banks, this is the future, people. People are waking up. They're not dumb anymore. And they had a lot of time to sit at home during the pandemic and figure out, hey, this ain't really what we think it is. And if this didn't do it for you, I don't know what will. Shout out to these fellas.
Yeah, and the worst part about it, which is also the best part, is that they're not out of bounds. They're making perfect sense. You guys are charging things for you're overcharging. You're charging people for things that are free. That simple. All right. Bitcoin held by public companies has surged 400% in 12 months to $3.6 billion. Looks like public companies now hold more than $3.6 billion worth of Bitcoin. Technology research Kevin Rook found. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This is amazing. And I mean, there's currently 19 publicly traded companies that hold Bitcoin. Over 100,000 Bitcoin in those companies. Think about that. 19 companies. How many publicly traded companies are there in the world? I'm not sure, but there's thousands. So when you talk about Michael Saylor having that conference next week or first week of February, when you talk about institutions around the world trying to find a way to go against inflation, this is the way. And I think this is only going to increase. I think we're going to look back at this article a year from now and laugh, because it'll probably be they hold 500,000 Bitcoin at that point, and billions of dollars worth. So I'm not surprised at that. And I do like the fact that the price is going the opposite direction of what people think happens when they say we're buying Bitcoin. When big groups say they're buying Bitcoin, BlackRock, some of these other groups, the price is going down. Trust me, because if they say they're buying
that's interesting that you say that as soon as they mention they're buying, all of a sudden we start getting the slippage, we get the FUD.
Because what it happens is retail people will be like, oh, well, let me just buy it. I know it's going up. And then you buy it, and then boom, they slap you, you get scared, you sell it off, and you're basically selling it right back to them. They just got Bitcoin at a 30% discount, people. You don't understand. Like, that's great in the stock market. In crypto, that's regular, but 30% discount on Bitcoin at a time when nobody's really trying to sell is great. And I believe once we take off from here, it won't be any looking back. So yes, this is great to see.
You got to remember, they're re-entering the market too. A lot of these institutions, Jim Cramer, hey, I'm a genius at 17,000. Oh, I sold at 25. Oh shit, it went to 42. He's about to buy right back in at 29. People, him, just like everybody else, like you just mentioned, they who already had the weak hands and sold, they're looking at like, all right, maybe this thing got a little bit more juice and it got a little more squeeze. They're going to re-enter the market. And then kind of going along what you just said about the different institutional investors and how Michael Saylor has that meeting first week of February, to put an idea of where some of that, like, let's say he meets with 30 other institutions and banks, right? To put an idea of maybe how some people might go along with them. They might not even believe in Bitcoin, believe in the Bitcoin project, believe in the returns or the savings feature or the store value. They might not believe in any of that. But you got to remember, you're talking about billionaires who all have personalities, right? I can tell you for myself, I'm not a billionaire, but if you don't do business with me, I'm probably not going to talk to you at all or be your friend at all or want to be in the same room because we just like, hey, I'm trying to do business. Yeah. I think people like Michael Saylor, whatever his name is, I think some of those folks, like we saw on the TV show, I know it's dramatized, but the TV show Billions, how Axe was like, oh, you're not doing business with me. Cool. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I have a strong suspicion that a lot of those people in the room are the same. And Michael is going to be like, look, I'm going to give you all this information. Bottom line, if you ain't jumping on board with me today, then a lot of our other businesses are going to, you know what I mean? So with that being said, I can see after that first week of February, at least a handful of big institutions being like, all right, we're on board. We're doing this by the Michael playbook. We're moving forward this way. So I can see that happening just off of personality and just, you know, just the human factor of forming that bond and business relationship in and of itself, rather than institutions coming over because of the properties of Bitcoin, which of course is backward when you're talking about money, but we are all people. This is the way it works sometimes.
Absolutely. Can't wait. Right? Billionaires, peer pressure, and other billionaires. Can't wait.
You go to trip today with that Melvin Pack. What's going on, Madam Crypto, Paradigm Audio, P-Man Band, Erica K, Let's Go Financial, Easy Double, Rashu, Canary Swords. Let's see. P-Man Van said, I don't know how, but the regulators may try to stop this. Like, you know, they're going to try to stop everything.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the trader, Erica K. I cannot think of the trader name. So that's why I didn't say it out loud. I'll go to my Facebook and I'll get his name before the end of the show. Jessica Mendez said, weren't you on CNBC recently? Hey, you got to play the game too to get in there, people. All right. Like Bitcoin's A speaks is true every day here. All right. Another top story. Bitcoin billionaire set to run for California governor. That is right. Early Bitcoin investor Chamath. I hate trying to pronounce his last name, but I'm going to try anyway. Palihapitiya is running for governor of California.
Yeah, let's go, my man Chamath.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just to start this off, well, I'll just go ahead and tell you some of his background. Early Bitcoin investor and industry proponent Chamath has signaled a potential run for the position of California governor. The CEO of venture capital firm Social Capital appeared to announce his intentions on a tweet on January 26. The post linked to his new website with a number of promises for the USA, including massive tax cuts, an increase for teacher salaries, the end of student loans, and a handout for new births.
Let's go, Chamath.
Right. So again, he has a lot of stuff going on. And of course, he's going straight after Governor Newsom. You can see here in his tweet, it's on hashtag recall Governor Newsom or Gavin Newsom. Now, one last quote I want to say, he's making a great point. Where he said, let's make California the global center of all tech and climate jobs by realigning our incentives rather than pushing them away. First of all,
thank you.
This is why I'm in California, people. And the people ain't come to California just so a draconian law infrastructure can come over and be like, hey, we ain't gonna do this technology thing no more. Like, no, that's why people are here. Whether we, woman, and technology. Like, what else is there?
Yeah, exactly.
But one thing I want to give Chamath props on, for those who know him, first of all, he's a part owner of the Warriors, or as LeBron James would call him, he's a part investor. But regardless, he owns some of that team. I've seen him speak on a multitude of different channels when it comes to investing and business. This guy knows what he's talking about. Like, I'm excited to actually have him in the race just as a fresh face, but he knows what he's talking about when it comes to technology. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to the financial infrastructures of cities, states, governments. This guy knows what he's talking about when it comes to money, technology, and people. So I will give him that. Again, he's a part owner of the Warriors. Just that alone, championship pedigree there. But also, let's talk about Governor Newsom, right? I've been in California throughout the pandemic. They are coming for that man's head. Like, when I say coming for his head, they've been coming for his head for like a year and a half. Since March of last year, they have been coming for his head. You got to understand, in California, this Friday is our first time we are reopening again in the last 2 to 3 months. Small businesses have been crushed. People, I am telling you, hate Governor Newsom. I'm not saying I do, whatever. I'm not involved in the political thing here. I'm just in the entertainment side, whatever. But this is the perfect time for Chamath to run. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's a great time. Gavin Newsom spending too much time putting noose in his hair and not enough time passing laws that matter in California. Because if you've ever lived in California, California is amazing. The people there are amazing. It's the governance that is terrible. Over taxation. You got people trying too hard to get in the office, so they're trying to appease a bigger, either Democrat, party or whatnot. So Chamath comes in, he's not on either side. He's like, I'm here for tech, industry, no taxes, and if you have babies, you get free money. I mean, I don't even know. The
And he
best part
has his
about this
own
is,
money. And he's
I
a
was gonna
billionaire.
say, the best part is he doesn't need anybody's money. Forget donate. He might get some donations, but who cares? I want somebody like that. As much as people say we need to make sure private people don't take over, actually, you need to make sure good private people take over. And
He's
Chamath
one
is
of the
one of
good
those
ones.
people. He's a Bitcoiner. I guarantee you, if he is elected governor in California, everybody that was leaving California will be right back, including myself. I'm already looking to move back to California already, but everybody who left is coming back, and everybody who was planning on leaving is staying. So if you thought California was a power before, it's going to go way beyond, because the financial side, they'll outdo New York, because Wall Street is crippling themselves right now. And then if he introduces it like, yeah, Bitcoin standard, you can have it on your balance sheet, you can not get taxed for it in the state. I mean, who is not going to live there? I mean, California is the most beautiful state in America to me. Then you throw on a good governance, looks good. So shout out to Chamath.
Yeah, shout out. Like you said, if he wins, California's going to get a lot younger as far as the governance, and we're going to be moving a lot faster. He's going to run this thing. I feel like he will run it like almost a business. He is going to be pushing this thing forward. And like you said, that was a hilarious comment about Governor Newsom and the moose. But hey, that's one of the knocks. People like he's shutting down small businesses, telling everybody to stay at home. And then it's like the next day, he's like at a restaurant, like 30 people eating. Like, hey, we turned up in here.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah, I don't wait.
Hey,
yeah.
Perception is all off. All right. Well, hey, shout out to Chamath again, and I will bring up this screen. You can Google him, just in case you can't pronounce his last name like I could not. Again, look at this young, dashing gentleman, a Sri Lankan born Canadian American venture capitalist, engineer, and the founder of and CEO of Social Capital. So again, I'm excited. I would support this move. And like you said, I think it could lead to big things down the road for everyone in this state. So good stuff. Now, talking about government and draconian laws, I won't say this one was draconian, this was fair, but a turn of events, U.S. man sentenced to prison for embezzling $20 million of ICO investor funds. Ooh.
Oh, man.
That's right. San Francisco-based Jerry Gao himself to clients as an ICO consultant, then embezzled funds now worth over $20 million. Now, I will say, I know this was this happened back in like 2017 or whatever. So the ICO space was still new, but I have no clue how as an ICO consultant, he had access to the funds to begin with. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but that boy must have a slick mouth, slicker than goose grease, because it made no sense for him to even have access to the funds. But it looks like a San Francisco man is heading to prison after a U.S. court sentenced him for conducting a multi-million-dollar cryptocurrency fraud, according to the Department of Justice press release on Tuesday. Jerry G. Good, 33 years old, was handed a 6-month sentence. Was handed a 6-month sentence by the U.S. District Judge Beth Labson Friedman in order to pay nearly $4.4 million in restitution after he pled guilty to initial coin offering fraud. During the height of the craze, Gu represented himself to clients as an ICO consultant, offering to perform marketing and consulting services on behalf of cryptocurrency startups. Again, you're doing marketing and consulting. I'm not sure how he had access to the private keys. I'm not getting this. But again, instead of performing his duties, he embezzled clients' cash in crypto. He was indicted by a federal grand jury for the crime in November of 2018. If you remember, after 2017, they started going after people that entire year, the next year, and up into 2020. He pled guilty to 1 count of wire fraud in August of 2019. So this thing definitely dragged out for a couple of years. He had been charged on a further 7 counts, but the additional charges were dismissed. He was on the hook for potentially 20 years in prison, found guilty of all charges. So if you have 7 or 8 charges found, if you're found guilty, you get 20 years, and instead you only get charged with 1, and you get 6 months and 3 years of probation, which is what this guy got. That means he pays some people back. Now it looks like the current value of the stolen cash in crypto is estimated to be over $20 million. He already forfeited some to the government, and he had to repay $4.4 million. So who knows out of what he has left, how much is there? I would think, honestly, it might be a mix of him actually not having that much money, since he was being, they went after him in 2018 and 2019 when we were in a bear market. It looks like he, for a case to extend for 2 years, or a year and a half, 2 years, that means he had a good legal team. For 7 charges to be dropped, you only get 6 months for embezzling $20 million. Again, you had a good legal team. So he may have just walked away with his freedom on this one. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, I mean, if
which
all you
is
have
a
to do is
win
pay it,
considering what he did.
yeah, exactly. If all you got to do is pay that back in 6 months for a $20 million ICO scam, pretty good. Then we've seen some big ICO scams, so not surprised. And they're still coming after ICOs after all these years. So everybody that was asking us, why don't you guys do an ICO? Remember
That's why I was
2017?
bringing it up too. I'm glad you circled it around.
I just want to bring that up because we had a lot of people that watched our show back then that used to say, hey, why don't you all do
We
your
were
own
getting
ICO?
offered ICOs on a daily basis.
I mean, every day we get emails and we're like, bro, no, I don't want to have to look over my shoulder for the rest of my life because they're hunting down ICOs because it's obviously a security.
And they obviously will hunt us down.
And they obviously will hunt us down first. So no,
you think we're gonna get 50, 60 million? The government, like, oh, y'all two keep doing y'all thing on y'all show. Keep talking bad about us.
Exactly. And I mean, sometimes you have to wait 4 years to say I told you so. But we're here. Like we there was a reason. There's a reason to our madness, and I'm glad me and King agreed, and we went forward because in LA, especially, we got introduced to ICOs just random Joe Schmo at the bar. I started an ICO. We got an ICO, but it's like, shut up. We're not doing that. But again, this is pretty light, and again, the SEC is not going to stop with ICOs.
And then another thing, just to mention the story, like this is a cautionary tale. Stop. Why do people keep trying to hustle? And it's like, do you really need to embezzle? I know it's worth 20 million now. So let's say it was only 5 or 10 million, but whatever it was, like you don't need to steal it in crypto, people. Like the money's being made, especially if you're in position as a consultant for an ICO. Get 1 or 2 wins and the door is open for you for everything else in cryptocurrency. Like ICO institutions want to do that type of stuff. So again, this is a space where there are a lot of scammers and stuff. We like to talk about these stories. We like to show you that Bitcoin is still pseudonymous and everything. Like, again, the police can do their job. They're catching these people. But this is not the way to go, people. There's so many other good things in the space you can do. You don't have to be a scammer. Let's see. You got some good comments coming in. Some great comments coming in. Let's see. Yes, make sure you smash that like and share, people. Please pay us in that social currency. Let's see. We got people saying this is huge, talking about Chamath. Let's see. We actually have a say here with them as well. KB NYC said, can't laugh enough at the hedge funds hedging and getting caught up in their hedge.
Exactly. And they hedge themselves out the hedge. Yeah. So
let's go financial. Let's see. I might mispronounce it. So if I ever mispronounce your name, if you're a new viewer, just make sure you put the pronunciation in there because we love shouting people out. Namadi Okafor, vote Chamath. There we go. Alec G said, get Gavin out the paint. Alec know what's up. Oh yeah, somebody was also mentioning, I saw this in the news too, AMC is back. They said GME and AMC, that's right. They might try to hype up the AMC stock. I think I saw today it went up 200% or something.
Yeah, hey, I'm telling people right now, watch out for Blockbuster. Watch out for Blockbuster. Not because I know anything about the stock market of Blockbuster, but it looks like they're taking dead projects and just reviving them. I can't wait.
It's just like cryptocurrency. They're literally doing what they saw done in crypto. Feathercoin, Burst Coin. All right, look, this you know Blockbuster, right? We're about to pump that mofo up
700% in 3 days. I promise you. Yeah.
Shout out to quarter crawler said Cali here, bring it. He wants Chamath to see. This is crazy. It's people in our chat who are in California who everybody's like, yes, bring Chamath on. Paradigm Audio said Newsom in a noose. Wow. Let's see. There we go. Sierra Van Axum said, yep, he might have a shot as well. So look, everybody is paying attention too. Yeah, Erica K said, which is crazy. Y'all was on straight lockdown. Literally last week, a story came out where they said something like, was it 1 in 3 or 25% of all Californians have COVID or something like that? Scared the hell out of everyone last week. People not doing nothing. And then literally yesterday, it was like, all right, we're going to open up Friday.
As soon as Biden got in, now we in business, baby. Let's go.
Hey, I'm not going to be the one to say it. All right, whatever.
We all saw it, man.
Dylan Darchenfield, Ray Modest said they would need to get the voting systems fixed first, or else so they won't have to steal it. Yep. Look, Chamath look. We need to get him on the show. I'm calling it now. We're gonna have him on the show. I'm setting it up now before he gets the people wrote in because he is a cool enough guy to actually do it. We're gonna get him on the show because it looks like a lot of people support him. This is his constituents right here, and he needs to come holler at us. All right. Bernie Sanders mint memes immortalized in new NFT collection. What? That quick, huh?
That quick, man. Yeah, it looks like Topps Digital released their latest line of NFT collectibles today, featuring Senator Bernie Sanders and his winter mittens as subject of the promotional series. The collectibles dubbed GPK Burn Ventures are digital packs containing 2 non-fungible tokens issued on the Wax blockchain. So the card drawings are in the style of the Topps long-running Garbage Pail Kids series, which originated in '85. So you have something that when I was a kid was huge, trading baseball cards, football, basketball cards, and now they're moving into the NFT space. And if you look at the NFTs that were created, if you know about Bitcoin, about Bernie's meme, the crossed arm meme got everywhere. We saw him on I saw a Friday meme. I saw him sitting there
I saw
with
the Friday one.
HBCU dancers. I saw him on a roller coaster. We all saw it. So it's great that in our space that anytime something is popular, people just make an NFT out of it. And then you can make money from that. As well as you can create, one-off type packs of cards, as well as memorabilia. So I love this, not just for art, but also music and for other things in entertainment. So great to see.
There we go. There we go. All right. And last but certainly not least, Pomp. You were on Pomp a couple times, weren't you? Pomp launches crypto jobs board with Gemini, Coinbase, and BlockFi. That's right. Morgan Creek's Anthony Pompliano aims to list 10,000 job openings by the end of the year. Wow.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Crypto jobs board first, and now we have Pomp with Gemini Twins. What's going on with this story? This is a great news story.
Oh, yeah. So Pomp, he actually just announced this morning that he will have over 10,000 job openings available with backing from Gemini, Coinbase, and BlockFi. So right now, they went live with over 100 open crypto positions right now, if you want to check it out. And I'll get that link so we can copy that in there. But Pomp, he's leveraging his audience to bring companies and jobs together in a talent marketplace. And he actually quoted as saying, I think there is an obvious need in the market right now. You've got millions of Americans and people around the world that are out of work and millions more who want to transition from their existing job. Meanwhile, cryptocurrency companies are growing and hiring fast, but there's no single place where the job candidates and employees can meet each other. So I've seen job boards before. They usually kind of suck. It's 5 or 10 jobs. Maybe one company reach out, whatever. But because Pomp is putting his stamp in front of it, and their goal is to get 10,000 jobs by the end of the year, I would love to see a lot of people who are out of work or young people. I actually hit up Pomp about this. As soon as it came out, I said, hey, we need to get this job board at every single HBCU in the country, every single college in the country, really, because all these kids coming out of college, the only industry that's going to be there that they're learning about right now is crypto and tech, AI. Like most of the other stuff they learn in philosophy, they can learn all that stuff later. They're getting prepared for jobs that don't exist. So I think if they have this job board, they can focus and say, hey, I want to work in the crypto market. Let me focus on that. So shout out to Pomp. Hopefully we can get this job board up as many places as possible. And even some of our warriors can get some of these jobs. Just like in the past, we've had past warriors get jobs at companies. So great to see. Shout out to Pomp.
There we go. Yeah, shout out to Pomp. And one thing I want to encourage when this comes out, if you have the time, if you're looking for work or want to switch industries, wherever, just part-time job or something to increase your knowledge in the Bitcoin sphere, crypto warriors, jump on it. We already have like 3 or 4 warriors that started watching us back in the day who are working with different companies that who we have reconnected with. We got Tyler over there with a BRD wallet, right? Bit company. He's over there as their social media marketing manager now, doing great things. We know Antonio's been helping out different companies. He's with Crypto Maniacs as well. Like we have different warriors who have been in different companies in the crypto space. We love that and we need that. And that's how we get our news sometimes. Like, right, when we get we have the insider stuff, we know what's going on. People say, yo, this is what we got going on. Can we get on the show? Can we talk? Here's some whatever. The same way the CoinDesks, the Cointelegraphs, we're building our own infrastructure information. So we want you all in the chat. If you are looking for work, when this thing is launched, go ahead and check out some of those jobs. We would love to see some of you get on some of these places. If you need some type of reference, hey, use us. We know you're on the show every day. You're talking crypto with us every day. That's already a foot in the door right there. We would love to see some of you working with different companies in this space. Crypto Rasputin said, you guys are a lot more helpful on the outside. Thanks for not doing an ICO. But Ray Mauda said that would be another book, ICO in Black America. That actually is like something about ICOs could be a book because that was a whole year.
That was a moment.
Crazy.
Like that was a whole the ICO craze. Just the rappers that jumped in would be one whole book right there.
Right. What's up to Rich Dimish? Yeah, it's a sale today. What's up, Marcellus Love? DeAndre Thomas Howard, what's going on? Yusuf Bowden, Asan Coutledge, Uniswap. Why you mention Uniswap? Sabrina, it's time. Thank you. No, thank you. Let's see. Yusuf said tops with that hard ass bubblegum inside.
Oh yeah, that's throwback right there.
Oh, okay. Ryan James said, I'm trying to quit my job right now. There we go. Get on there. Douglas Facey, how do I find your podcast? We're on everything. We're on Amazon, Google Play Music, Spotify. So every main podcasting network, we're on iHeartRadio. Just type in the Gentleman of Crypto. Let's see. Antonio said jobs available right now. Coinbase 138, Gemini 14, and BlockFi 104. Right there, people. We're looking at about 250 jobs right there. All right. Yeah. Other than that, make sure you smash that like and share. Bitcoin, Zay, you got any announcements?
No announcements. We got to 111 watch today live, the highest, another all-time high. So shout out to us.
Hey.
Hitting all-time highs every show now. So keep watching. And that's it for me. Like I said, this week, if you're in Miami this week, hit me up. I'll be there Thursday through Sunday for Miami Blockchain Week, doing an event Friday. So hit me up.
All right, and then two links I'm actually going to put into the chat right now, and then also put in the links after. It's two events coming up. One, I'll be speaking at the SPAC Stocks and Crypto Trading Mastermind on Thursday the 28th. I am looking for that link now to throw that in there. Here we go. Here's a chance for you to register for that. It's Thursday, January 28th at 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. PST. Again, it's a regular stocks investing and crypto trading mastermind group by Crowd Create. So that's pretty exciting. They got about, I think, 10 different people on there. And it looks like this entire link for some reason will not. It looks like the link, I can't put the link in the chat box because it's too big. So that may be impossible. But the second thing is I did Doboy's podcast yesterday. Doboy is a comedian out in Los Angeles. We got a chance just to talk broad things crypto to his audience. He wants Bitcoin Zay to be on next, so hopefully we can get Bitcoin Zay on there as well. But again, he was on Wild 'N Out. I mean, big comedian out of Los Angeles. He's doing a self-improvement podcast these days, and he wanted to make sure he started off the year with talking cryptocurrency. So I'll put that in the link as well. I'll put that link in there as well. And again, that premieres today at 9 a.m. PST. 12 p.m. Eastern. So that link is in the chat as well, and I'll put it in the description. Other than that, as always, it sounds like we got about 111 people live right now. So make sure you smash that like. If you can at least do that, share it as well. We'd appreciate it. And again, let YouTube pump out that algorithm for us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow with Bitcoin news, some more Bitcoin news. Cheers.